Hello, this is Fred Leo from solobizcoach.com. Today I want to talk to you about a question that I get asked a lot, and that is, should I go to law school? A lot of people come to me to ask me that question. I went to law school 10 to 11 years ago at Villanova Law School. I had a great time at Villanova. I thought the education, the law school education was excellent. It prepares you for all avenues of life. It's such a good, well-rounded education. But that's much different from the question of should I go to law school? My first point, or the main point I want to make today, is that law school is a very risky investment. So when you're thinking about whether to go to law school, I think you can't just view it as should I study law. I think you have to view it, combine that with the question of is it worth the money, the tuition that it costs to go to law school. Law school is very expensive. I think an average price is probably around $25,000 a year for 3 years. That's $75,000. My own law school education, I had to take out about $100,000 worth of law school loans. That makes it very risky. In order to pay back $100,000 worth of law school loans, you have to get a very good job coming out of law school. So when I look at that question of should I go to law school, I always think about it in terms of risk. And I've come up with a 3-part test that I usually run people through in order to help them work through that question. And the first part of that test is, do I really want to do lawyer work? I find a lot of people romanticize the idea of being a lawyer. All their life they're told, oh, you should become a lawyer or a doctor. But I don't think they really understand the type of day-to-day work that lawyers do. A lot of them have in their mind trial attorney work, where they're in courtrooms all day doing very dramatic speeches in front of a judge or in front of a jury. In my experience, that is not the typical work day. I worked at a large Philadelphia law firm doing securities law and mergers and acquisitions. And I sat at a desk for about 10 hours a day doing tons and tons of reading and tons of writing. And if that's the type of work you enjoy, working as an attorney could be great for you. But if you think it's going to be all in the courtroom doing trial work, I think that you better re-examine whether or not that really is what you're going to be doing as an attorney. The second part of my test is whether or not you're going to go to a top law school. I kind of break the law schools down into, if you go through tier 1 to tier 3 law school, I think you're okay. Maybe the top 100 law schools, depending where your state, maybe the top 1 or 2 law schools in your state is a good way of measuring that. But the point of that is that law firms look at the law school that you're going to and weed out resumes based on the prestige of the law school that you went to. I was on the hiring committee of my law firm. Every summer we would get summer associate applications, and we would receive, probably like 1,000 applications. In order for us to filter through those, we often looked at the law schools that they came from, and if they were in a law school that was outside the top 100, we would probably disqualify them right off the top. The third part of the test is, are you confident that you can be in the top 20% of your class? This is a big one. If you don't have the confidence that you can be in the top 5th of your law school class, I think that the risk of going to law school is too great. In order to get a job at a large firm, you need to be in the top 20% of your class, and even then, it's not a walk in the park to get those jobs. But if you're in the top 20%, the chances are good that you can get one of those top large law firm jobs. So that's the three-part test that I run through. Again, do you really want to do lawyer work? If you want to do something else and you want to just go to law school in order to stay within school, give yourself 3 more years, it's not worth the investment in that case. The second piece, are you going to go to a top 100 law school? And the third piece is, are you confident that you're going to be in the top 20% of your class? I hope this helped you. If any of you have any questions that you'd like to ask about law school, please feel free to do so in the comments below. Also, please feel free to share your experience with law school, business school, or any other type of grad school. I'd love to hear them. Thanks a lot. This is Fred Leo again from solobizcoach.com. Bye.